So I'm going to read you this one, and this one has a story attached to it. So I mentioned that I've been a paramedic basically my whole life, and I found that there were two ways to approach that. You could either make yourself hard as steel and everything bounced off of you, but I saw people who did that, and they were like huge fucking dicks. Or you could be really soft and open yourself up to the humanity of what goes on and what you see there. And I felt that was better, but being soft means a lot of things stick to you. This poem is about one of those, and the story attached to it is, I was working in the emergency department. Crews brought in this young girl, maybe 14 years old, who had hung herself with a dog chain. Right, and that's not the fucked up part about this, because certainly not the only teenager I'd seen hang themselves, and certainly not the only person I'd seen hang themselves with a chain. But this girl hadn't really hung herself. She had just wrapped it around her neck and leaned forward. And at any point, she could have just got off her knees and stood up, but she didn't. She just leaned against it and died. And the crews that brought her in were obviously upset. We worked on her for a while, and she didn't make it. I ended up taking care of her, taking her down to the morgue, and the whole time thinking, like, just why didn't you stand up? This was maybe 20 years ago. And you know, eventually I got it. I got to the point in my life where I was like, is this the day I don't stand up? And I think about this girl. I've thought about her every day for decades. And I don't typically read poems multiple times, but I read this one whenever I get a chance because I want people to remember her. And so this poem is called Please Stand Up. 3 words, my subconscious writing to a soul long departed, indulging the fallacy of agency that I have managed to cling to only in sleep. A letter written in the invisible ink of uncried tears, a telegram, please stop, stand, stop, up. Tapped out in an attempt to change the past via wire, vain, vanity, selfish, self-preservative. Call it what you want, just please listen. Please stand up. Yes, there's a chain around your neck. Yes, there is pain in your heart and darkness in your mind, but it doesn't have to be this way, please. Except it does. You cannot change the past. You can't touch it. You can't hold it. You can't comfort it. I wake every night sweating out my memories, trying to purge by night what the daylight has so far failed to erase. I shiver in front of the mirror. I can't deny the past any more than I could deny this reflection of it. There's no bringing her back. There's no makeup that can cover the overlapped bruises vandalizing the neck of a child. There's no prayer, whispered, shouted, curse that will return her life, let alone my innocence. These times, in the cold, in the dark, I can feel the links around my own neck, feel them hard and rusted, digging in. I hear the same wicked sirens calling me to the void that must have called to her. The decades have not worn their voices in the slightest. I want to lean in, pull against my bindings. I want to gasp and kick. I want to be done with it, all of it, with her, with them, all of them, with myself. I know I can't change the past. I can't reach them. I can't help them. So why? Why fight night after night when the sirens are singing of the silence that could be? Why fight it? Because I just received a letter marked return to sender. A simple, folded page mailed miraculously forward through time, a message written by the same hand that unfolds it. A single line written in the invisible ink of uncried tears, a plea that I can read clearly even in the darkness. 3 words, please stand up. And I do.